make it look easy. Ingenious supplies.
What's up, Spikes? Like the Warrior of Light, I'm only summoned when I'm really needed, and we needed a fourth today, so you're kind of stuck with me. It's Final Fantasy season. We're going to be playing some decks. Jen, have you looked at the price of some of these like special versions? They're getting pretty expensive. These neon ink chocobos.
It's more than my mortgage.
Yeah, right.
I can either live in my house or buy one of these cards.
You want to protect your mortgage, right?
Yes.
You want to protect these Final Fantasy cards. What company makes the best protection in the industry?
GameGenic.
You're damn right they do. Okay, if you already don't have a Bastion, please go get a Bastion. Do yourself a favor. They're fantastic. GameGenic, ingenious supplies. Do you still go to Burrito Splendido? I went recently, and did you know they actually sell more than burritos?
No, do they? It's not in the name.
Yeah, well, right. They actually have burrito derivatives. Okay, so they sell
Splendidos.
Yes. Not only do they have burritos, they have all the other things you can get, right? Like fajitas, tacos. You can get bowls. And you know what? When I went, I got my mole burrito in a salad. We're skipping carbs. I got to look like you're starting to look too good. I'm feeling self-conscious, Jan. So Burrito Splendido, ingenious burritos. If you're in the Winnipeg area, go and check them out. Now, Final Fantasy, what we're actually here for. Before we get into the deck intros quickly about them, if you've been following the channel for a bit, we've been doing this tournament series, right? Usually we build 7 or 8 decks, right? The winners of each pod go into a final pod, and that's the best commander in the set.
That's a lot of decks. I can't even imagine more than that.
Well, Square talked to Wizards, and they're like, we want you to represent the 16 Final Fantasies in one set. So we said, we're going to do the same thing. We built 16 decks to represent the 16 mainline franchises of the series. So all the way through. And now, some of the series didn't get as much love, but we did our best to show every Final Fantasy as much love as possible. So today we're going to be doing Final Fantasies 1 through 4. And let's get into it, Maddie.
Hi, everybody. That was a really unhinged intro. I'm Madison. Today I am playing Golbez, Crystal Collector. It is the Final Fantasy IV commander. And so the Golbez, if you will, is to play a lot of artifacts. We're going to mill cards, we're going to reanimate our creatures, and we're going to drain our opponents to death. Golbez.
Me?
Yeah.
Hi, Bill.
Hi. You're going to drain me to death?
Yes.
That's not very
I'm going to
nice
drain
at
you
all.
first, actually.
Dang it. As Maddie mentioned, I am Bill from the Spike Beaters, and today I'm representing Final Fantasy II with Firion, Wild Rose Warrior, mono red equipment. Very straightforward game plan. I play all 11 swords, and I intend to play them. Whenever non-token equipment enters, I make a copy of it that costs 2 less to equip, and then I have to sacrifice it at the beginning of the next upkeep. But hopefully I'm just going to equip just a butt ton of swords and swing them at people and have a good time.
Representing the Final Fantasy I universe, I'm here to kill chaos. Just kidding. Okay, I'm playing Garland. There wasn't a lot to choose from in Final Fantasy I, but Garland, he's like the first boss of the first spoiler, 30-year spoiler. Right? And then at the end of the game, and then he's also the last boss, right? When he finally turns into chaos. Garland's like a 3/2. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, surveil 1. So we kind of went with the reanimator theme. We're going to play some spells, hopefully dump some big guys, get some good hits off the top, put him in the graveyard, and then flip. It's like reanimating his fiends. It's actually kind of flavorful, but...
Well, I'm Jan, and I am representing Final Fantasy III with arguably the most well-known and must be most popular Final Fantasy character ever made, and that is Sid, Timeless Artificer. So popular, in fact, there are 15 of them in the deck. He wasn't in one of the games. Let us know in the comment which one.
It's a proper way to build a deck.
We could have just played 15 Sid decks and a Garland deck. We could have just called it a day. But we didn't. We put in the work. It is a blue-white artifact creatures deck. It's kind of like an artifact tribal because Sid pumps your artificers and your heroes, or artifact creatures and hero creatures. And yeah, just want to play a bunch of them. And then maybe some like honorary artifact heroes named Mirror Entity or Maskwood.
Yeah, we got a new little product here. Let's crack into our Gamegenic Game Castle.
All right, you guys are good?
Yep.
All right, draw a card. I'm going to play Shipwreck Marsh, tapped, and I'm going to pass.
Shipwreck Mersh.
Shipwreck.
I will play a mountain, shocker, and pass.
All right, let's see. Swamp, go.
All right, I'm going to draw. Oh, I have a turn 1 play.
What's
Command Tower.
Perfect mana too, buddy.
I know. Skrelv, Defector Might.
The boy.
Yes, that's so many words. It has Toxic 1 for a 1/1. It can't block. I can pay a Phyrexian White, tap it, choose a color. Another target creature I control gains Toxic 1 and Hexproof from that color until end of turn. It can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn.
Oh, I see Aaron's entering his bad guy arc.
Yeah, he is. What is
Commander
this
decks.
thing? Untap. Draw a card.
30 turn clock.
Play an island, and it's time for Golbez.
Already?
Whenever an artifact I control enters Surveil 1, at the beginning of my end step, if I control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature card from my graveyard to my hand. And if I control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. Pass.
Ooh. I feel like you probably got some big stuff in there that's going to make our
I can't attack through this.
days
Toxic.
Well, you can give him protection from
By tapping
blue or
it?
black. Yeah.
Oh, come on, got it.
And then it can't be blocked.
Can't even block into it. Man.
I'm going to play this mountain, and I'm going to play my favorite equipment, the Iron Crag. It says taps to add colorless, and whenever a legendary creature enters, it becomes an equipment.
Flame.
It becomes Everflame Hero's Legacy. I will pass.
Can you tell I've cast that card before? Draw a card for the turn. It's time to kill chaos. Okay. All right, I got a mountain for turn. And I'm playing Garland, Knight of Cornelia. So he's a 3/2. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery, Surveil 1. I hope it's all big targets. And then he becomes chaos, you know, when I get to the late game, which is really flavorful, of course. Okay, John, your turn.
All right, can't even attack through that.
Thank God.
This card.
You can attack Phil, that's okay.
The worst part is it's not even protection. It's hexproof. So like I can't even block it.
It can't be blocked.
No, that's not. Well, yeah. All right, Island. And I'm going to play another Final Fantasy staple, Cyberman Patrol.
Yeah!
It is a 2/2 with artifact creatures I control have Afflict 3. What is this deck?
What is Afflict 3?
Whenever a creature with Afflict 3 becomes blocked, defending player loses 3 life.
Why? What is this deck?
Wow.
I don't know. I'm not even going to attack with this Defector Might. I'm just going to pass.
All right. Untap and draw a card.
I got to keep my Cybermen safe.
Cyberman.
Pretty weird. Play
Cyberman.
a swamp. And I'm going to cast Baleful Strix. Trigger Golbez to Surveil 1.
You got it.
To the bin. Boop. When this enters, draw a card.
Never attacking Maddie.
Bill.
Oh,
I'm no coward.
Take 1 commander
Take
damage.
1. Go ahead.
Excellent. I'll untap and draw. So I'm playing a mono red deck, so I don't really have like that many cool plays. So this is kind of a medium turn, but I'm gonna play a mountain.
that's a pretty cool play, Bill.
I'm gonna tap 4 for Scepter of Eternal Glory, and then because I control 3 or more lands with the same name, I'm gonna tap this for 3 red and cast my commander. I'm gonna cast Firion, Wild Rose Warrior. That will turn the Iron Crag into Everflame.
Yeah, it will.
So there's no longer taps for mana, but I can equip it for 3, and it gives +3/+3.
Pretty cool.
And I'll pass.
All right, Garland. I got a swamp. I already can't attack. I can maybe get 1 in here on either Jan. Jan might block with his Cybermen Patrol because he seems super rattled. Bill's probably not. I'm getting 1 attack in, all right? Bill, I'm attacking you for 3. I don't think I'm getting another one. So I'm going to tap for 2, red and the black. I'm going to cast a Cathartic Pyre, choosing the mode to discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. But first, I got a Surveil trigger from Garland. So are you a big guy? No, you're a reanimation spell. Not one that I want, though, so I'm going to surveil that. So I'm going to discard up to 2 cards. One of them is going to be this Archon of Cruelty. Drown your temple. That's so much value.
He's gonna put that back into play.
I'm going to draw 2. 1. 2, Cathartic Pyre is we're done. So that was an Archon of Cruelty, just You know.
I feel like everybody's decks is doing cool stuff, and I'm just the villain.
Wow, you got Cybermen Patrol.
I don't know what's
You've
happening.
played 2 spells, Jan. I
have.
Bill's played 3. All right.
This is play 2.
Janet's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna draw. Ho ho ho. I'm gonna play this island. Perfect mana base. I'm gonna play another artifact. Just a Foundry Inspector. It's 3/2.
Seems good.
Artifact spells cost 1 less to cast. It's fine.
Look at this
Don't
curve.
even worry about it. If I get another land, I can play my Sid, and they're all buffed.
Wow.
Then you're all in trouble.
We'll die to toxic
Yes.
so slowly.
I'm gonna pass turn.
Okay, untap. Draw a card. Play swap. And I'm going to cast Solemn Simulacrum. Trigger Golbez. Put it in the bin. When this creature enters, I can search for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle. Okay, so off my Solemn Simulacrum, I'm going to put the swamp into play tapped. And I am going to go to combat. You don't have anything in the air, Jan? One in the air.
That's the best attacker in the game. Or blocker in the
I was gonna say, Madison's now shields
I
down. So.
take risks.
Maddie's not worried. Not worried in the
Madison's
slightest.
shields down.
I'll
Get her.
untap my permanents. Nice. I will play a mountain. And I think I'm going to play some equipment. I think that's my plan for right now. I'm going to tap the Scepter of Eternal Glory for 3 red. I'm going to use one of it with 2 floating to cast a Pip-Boy 3000. Final Fantasy staple for all of your menuing needs.
From the Cybermen.
So because a non-token equipment I control enters, I'm going to make a token copy of it that costs 2 less to equip. So this costs free to equip to my Firion. With the 2+1 that I have floating here, I'm going to cast Darksteel Plate.
Oh no.
Which I'm going to make a copy of. And then that one costs 2 less as well. So now Firion has a Pip-Boy and a Darksteel Plate equipped.
Just like in the game.
Yes, that's what I've been saying. I'm going to move to combat and declare an attack at... Jan's already been attacked. I'm going to attack Maddie.
Sure, so this thing has indestructible.
Yes, and then I'm choosing my mode for Pip-Boy, which is going to be to put a +1/+1 counter on it.
Sure.
So it'll be for 4.
Shockingly, I will block.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And
There's
it
nothing wrong
dies,
with
I'll
that.
draw a card.
Excellent.
Bill's just being a friend.
He's being a friend. He's being a pal.
Just being a pal. It's all good. Then I'm going to move to the end of my turn. I have a trigger in your upkeep.
Yes, you do. Get that Pip-Boy out of here. Actually, get both of those out of here. I'm tapping. Okay, I'm going to draw. Okay, so I get my 4th land drop here. That is Key, Graven Cairns. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, you guys got 1 turn. Okay, this is the warning before I start reanimating things.
Uh-oh.
But I'm gonna start the turn off with an unexpected windfall. So I have red float. You know the drill. I will discard this Whip of Erebos, and I do get a surveil. Your amount, and you go to the bin. And I'm going to draw 2 cards and make 2 treasures. 1, 2. 2 treasure tokens for me. Put this unexpected windfall to the bin, and I don't really want to incur Bill's wrath. I bounce off this gold. Golbez thick, eh? 1/4.
Yeah, man. He's got a big butt.
Skrill. Okay, Garland's going to stay back this turn. Okay, Jan, it's your turn.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to untap. It is an Ancient Den. Well, I'm going to assume that I did my math right on this. And I'd like to pay 4 mana to cast this Aether Sworn Sphinx. It does cost 9, but it has affinity for artifacts, which I have 4. 4, 3. Yeah, we're
You
good.
passed.
I did it. Math. Importantly, it does have Cascade.
Oh my god.
So something that costs less than 9. Here we go. Thopter Fabricator. It costs less than 9. Cast it.
Amazing.
It is a vehicle, flying. Whenever I draw my 2nd card each turn, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. It has crew too. Nice. I think I have to attack while the attacking's good. Madison has angered the Cybermen. So, I need to attack you for 5,
The
Madison.
notorious Final Fantasy Cyberman.
Yeah. Random encounter.
All right, take 5.
You don't want to block with your 1/4?
Afflict.
And then I will pass.
All right, untap. Draw a card. Play an island.
These are really pretty lands.
They're awful. They're the worst, actually. I'm going to cast Fabricate. Search my library for an artifact, reveal it, put it into my hand, and shuffle.
Which one, then?
All right, so off my Fabricate, I'm going to grab a Soul Ring.
Yeah.
Wow,
That checks
Matt.
out.
And surprisingly, I am going to cast my Soul Ring.
That should be a game changer.
I have an artifact that's entering, so I'm going to surveil one.
Oh my god.
I'll leave it on top. And so I have 4 mana, and I have 3 artifacts. So I'm going to cast this thing. It's a demonic junker. It costs 7, but it has affinity for artifacts. When this vehicle enters, for each player, destroy up to 1 target creature that player controls. And if a creature I control was destroyed this way, put 2 1/1 counters on this vehicle. I'm going to choose this. And I'm going to choose this.
Chaos!
And I'm going to choose this one.
I have an effect.
You have an effect. Actually, wait, I should choose this thing.
Okay. I'd like to pay 2 life and give my Aethersworn Sphinx hexproof from black.
But
She'll remember that, Jeff.
I
She'll
will.
remember that.
have you gone to 37?
Okay, and then I have this Reveal trigger off of the Demonic Junker, but we already know what it is, and I'm going to keep it on top. Then I will pass the turn.
Okay, I'm going to attack.
Nope. I learned my lesson last time.
All right. I'm going to untap here. I'm starting to get scared of the things that are in play.
It's got Cyberman.
Bill, man, this stuff gotta go, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures in play.
You have affinity for
Or
creatures?
costs, yes.
Opponent's
Affinity for
creatures.
opponent's creatures. So this costs 6 less. It costs a total of 3. Hey, Blasphemous Act. Deal 13 to every creature, please.
Garland, you wouldn't have made it anyways, buddy.
Would you like to crew your thing?
Yes.
Would you like to crew your thing?
I thought about it. I have no. Do you have any effects?
Chaos.
I have no effects.
Chaos!
All right.
Goodbye, my.
This is gonna be like really funny for the one guy that gets it.
I'm going to then pay another 3 for a Professional Facebreaker.
Oh, card's so good.
This card is very good. For those that don't know who the Facebreaker is a 2/3 with Menace. Whenever one or more creatures I control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token, then I can sack a treasure to Impulse Draw. And I'll pass to you.
Okay, all right. Time to reclaim the kingdom. Steal the princess. Draw a card. You know what? I'm actually going to cast Garland first here. I'll just do this a little bit sloppier. So I'm going to recast Garland, pay the commander tax on him. I'm going to play a Sulphurous Springs. I'm going to take 1 off the springs here. I'm going to sacrifice 8 treasure. I'm going to cast a Stitch Together targeting my Archon of Cruelty. I get a Surveil trigger.
Uh-oh.
Any effects to my Surveil trigger? I didn't think so.
No.
Oh, you are reanimate. No, I'm looking for more targets. This guy brings things back. But anyways, okay, so Stitch Together. I do have set threshold, the magic number 7. It's going to bring back my Archon of Cruelty unless anyone is stifling me.
Nope. Not I.
All right. Archon of Cruelty comes into play. He's got a whole bunch of text. Unfortunately, Bill, you do have the only creature, so your Facebreaker is taking a vacation. So you're going to sacrifice a creature, discard a card, and lose 3 life.
Okay.
I will do the
I have
opposite.
Bill at 33.
Yeah, going to 33. I'm discarding Valduk, Keeper of the Flame.
So I'm going to draw my card. And I think I have drawn enough fire for the turn. Jan, it's your turn.
Man, I don't know how I beat a 6/6. Draws card.
Every white commander deck has a singular Swords to Plowshares.
Well, I like all this surveilling you are all doing, so I'm going to surveil also.
Meticulously.
Pretty cool.
I'm going to leave it on top. In my main phase, like a chump, I'm going to cycle Sid, Timeless Artificer.
But that's your commander.
Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm playing a little. How did this happen? I would like to draw this card. Then I have a trigger for my Thopter Fabricator. Because it's the second card I've drawn this turn. I'm going to make a 1/1 colorless Thopter.
Hey, that card's pretty good versus Archon of Cruelty.
That's good deck building.
So I'll make my 1/1 Thopter. Now, unfortunately, the Thopter by itself can't crew the Fabricator. So I don't have a 4/4. 4/4. But I do have a white mana by everybody's favorite artifact, Esper Sentinel.
Oh, is this?
Now
Is this
I
bracket
can-
5, Jan?
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm going to pass.
All right, untap. Draw a card.
It'd be funny to attack someone for 4 and then Phil hits me for 9.
Wow.
I'm going to play Buried Ruin as my land for the turn. And first I'm going to recast Golbez. Boop. Boop.
He's back.
He's back. Back,
Back
again. Okay, and then I'm going to cast Armix.
Ooh.
Filigree Thrasher. When it attacks, I can discard a card, and when I do, target creature defending player controls gets -X/-X, where X is the number of artifacts I control plus the number of artifact cards in my graveyard. It's pretty cool. He's an artifact. I will surveil 1. I don't want to play that. It's hard because Aaron's guide says to put everything in the bin. That's not. He's like, put all your creatures,
not
don't keep them. So later,
That's also my notes.
Aaron's gonna yell at me and be like, you didn't play this properly, Madison. You're supposed to put all the cards in the graveyard.
The last note on mine literally says, play the Sid from Final Fantasy 3 as your commander.
LOL.
LOL. All right, and the next thing I will cast is the thing I surveilled to the top, which is cranial plating.
Hey, that card's good.
really good.
So I will trigger my surveil. And you have a...
Esper Sentinel. Are you going to pay 1?
Oh,
Can't, unfortunately. Damn. Wow, it's the same card. I'll leave it on top. I would like to go to combat. I suppose I have to accrue to go to combat. So I'll accrue this.
I'm blocking.
Bill.
Okay.
Pass the turn. Wait, how many artifacts have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a trigger at the beginning of my end step. Because I have 4 or more, I'm going to return target creature card from my graveyard to my hand.
I think that's why you surveil everything to the graveyard.
You're right. I'm going to take this Baleful Strix.
That's a good.
Fail. This is better than anything you could ever do.
Okay, I'm going to untap my permanents and otherwise empty board, and I will draw a card. The hell is this thing? I've never seen this card before in my life.
Not a land.
It's not a land, that's for sure. Interesting. I don't think I'm playing that quite yet, but that's an interesting card. Tap Scepter for 3 plus Commander tax for Firion, Wild Rose Warrior, back in action. Then I'm going to pay 2 to equip Firion with the Pip-Boy 3000. Firion's first line of text is equipped creatures I control have haste. What a coincidence. I will move to combat and attack Madeline with my Firion. Trigger Pip-Boy, I'm going to untap 2 lands.
This is unfortunately like Borborygmos and Borborygmos Enraged, so you did not choose the correct name. Therefore, you cannot do any damage. Sorry.
Someone named Madeline sitting at the table is like,
Yeah, you also can't take it back, so you can just end your turn now.
These backsies. Hang on, quick save, reload your game.
F5. I have untapped my 2 lands, and I will be simply passing the turn.
All right. We're going into what I consider the most important turn of Commander. It's turn 6.
Uh-oh.
It's time to start killing people. So I'm going to draw for the turn. It's bad guy time. Bill, I'm not that much of a bad guy, though. You know, Garland's chaos is understood. Is misunderstood. That's like lore accurate, actually. I am going to attack you for 3.
Okay.
And, Jan, I just want to keep... I really want you to sack this Esper Sentinel. I know you're not going to sack, but I got an Archon of Cruelty trigger coming your way.
I see. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get rid of the stop there.
Oh, well, then you're going to have to take 6, though.
Oh, I will absolutely take 6.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, he said that confidently.
I think I care about my life
So
so much.
Bill,
26.
Bill.
Life is a resource.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Bill at 26, and he's taking 6 chaos damage.
Yes.
Jan, you're going at 34 and then 28, and I get to draw a card.
I'd like to keep it, but I'm going to discard this Gold Forge Thopteryx.
Hey, he's gone. All right, Jan, I'll give you 1 card as consolation.
Yay.
I got a Talisman of Indulgence, and I'm not happy about it. Oh, I get a Surveil. Huh. That's a swamp. Next, I got 4 mana. I'm going to sacrifice this treasure and tap this Talisman that I just conveniently played. Actually, my first commander. Itali, old school Itali. Everyone knows what he does when he attacks. He does the thing.
Party time.
It is party time. All right, Jan.
No
your
effects.
turn.
Oh, is this when he attacks? Oh, I thought it was the other attack.
No.
Oh, all right. I'm much happier. Okay,
So-
untap. Draw this card. Play an island. I'm going to cast Sid, probably. Before I do that, though, I would like to pay 2, because I'm good at math. And I'm going to cast a Thoughtcast. It has affinity for artifacts, and I have 1, 2, 3. So it costs 2. So I'd like to draw 2 cards. When I draw 2 cards, I'm going to trigger my Thopter Fabricator. 1, 2. I'll make a Thopter.
Pew, pew.
Yay! All right. Well, I promised I would cast Sid. So we're going to do that.
Jan, what does FF3 Sid do?
FF3 Sid specifically says artifact creatures and heroes I control get +1/+1 for each artifact I control and each artificer card in my graveyard. A deck can have any number of cards named Sid, Thomas, Artificer, and then it's cycling. So the amount of artificer cards in my graveyard is 1 Sid that I cycled earlier.
Nice.
I'm just going to pass the turn to Madison because I don't have any really good attacks.
Alrighty. Untap. Draw a card. Alrighty. The first thing I'm going to cast, it's Baleful Strix. Boop. I would like to surveil first before I draw.
That's just good sequencing.
This is really funny. I'm going to leave that there. And then I'm going to draw this card. I'm going to pay 5 mana for Anrakir. Had to think about the Traveler. Okay, let's make sure I pay the correct amount of mana. Yeah. So when this thing attacks, I can cast an artifact spell from my hand or graveyard by paying life equal to its mana value rather than paying the mana cost.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Super sweet.
Warhammer,
Super sweet.
Baleful Strix.
Infinite Baleful Strix.
I'm not attacking you.
How big is that thing? 6?
6/6.
My commander is a 3/2. Chaos.
But this is kind of, I think I'm going to attack Phil, though, because he's got 42 life here.
That's a lot of life.
It's a lot. Okay, I'm going to equip the cranial plating to Armix. So it will get +1/+0 for each artifact, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Attack Phil.
9.
And this has a trigger, so when it attacks, I can discard a card, and when I do, target creature defending player controls gets -X/-X till end of turn. So I'm going to discard Karn Legacy Reforged. Okay, so discarding this card, I'm going to kill Itali.
My first commander, Maddie.
I'm so sorry.
Dead.
I'll remember this as the first villain of Final Fantasy.
Yes.
You must have done a good job.
How much
there.
I'm
damage
attacking you for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then I'm going to go to my end step. I still don't have 8 artifacts, but I am going to return something to my hand.
This Golbez guy's getting pretty out of control.
So I'm going to return Sai, Master Thopterus, to my hand.
Oh, that's a good
and
one.
pass.
Golbez can just return anything.
It can return target creatures.
Target creature card. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to do. Because I want to get rid of this, but he has reanimator spells, so it's not going to happen. And then it's going to get an ETB again. He's going to get so much value out of it. I'm going to do something weird. I'm going to Wild Magic Surge Golbez at the end of your turn.
What does that do?
Destroy target permanent an opponent controls. Its controller reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a permanent card that shares a card type with that permanent. And then you put it onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom in any order.
So you get a creature.
Creature.
All right.
Creature.
Let's hope I hit a good
Memnite.
one.
Memnite.
We're going to be going for a little while here, boys.
Ornithopter. Okay, what if we change the chat to Ornithopter? Aaron loves Ornithopter.
Yeah, oh, he does. Ornithopter.
How much of this deck are we going to look through, boys?
Do we just get to see
just
your
put the
entire
deck list
deck
up on
Apparently. Apparently.
Oh, it's when it dies. It's when it dies.
All right.
It does.
Yeah, well,
Is it a random order, or am I going to rearrange these cards now?
It is a random order.
All
a
right.
little shuffle.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm just here to help. Also,
right.
that was my first creature
trigger.
spell. So trigger, I can't pay for it.
Yay.
So then, I will pass the turn to myself after making my actions on Maddie's end step. Drawing a card. I'm going to play this mountain. And I'm going to play out this card that I've never seen before in my entire life. I'll have 3 red with 2 floating Blacksmith's Talent. So when Blacksmith's Talent enters, I create a colorless equipment artifact token named Sword with equipped creature gets +1/+1 and equip 2. So I'll make a sword. I am also then going to, with the 2 that I have floating +1 here, I'm going to level up to level 2. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I attach target equipment I control to up to 1 target creature I control. Then I can pay 4 to level it up to level 3. Cool. During my turn, equipped creatures I control have double strike and haste.
Esper Sentinel trigger also on the Blacksmith Talent.
Yes, I would love to pay for that. Okay. I can't, but I would love to.
I'll drop it.
Adrock only attacks.
And speaking of, I'm going to move to combat. Blacksmith's Talent is going to equip the Everflame to Firion for free during my turn. Equipped creatures I control have double strike and haste. I would like to move to combat and attack Philip for Pip-Boy is going to trigger, put a +1/+1 counter on Firion. So this will be for 4 + 7. 4 + 3 is 7, 14.
As it's destined. So I guess I'm going to 19 here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And some commander damage as well.
Well, that's 14 Firion damage. He's the real hero of life here.
But then I'm tapped out and have no cards in hand, so I'm going to be passing over to you.
Okay, all right, well, it's 1 hour past killing time. So let's see what we got this turn. I'm going to draw for the turn. All right, well, you know what bad guys do? They like all have these like mega unrealistic world-ending spells. Yeah. So I'm gonna borrow one from the Phyrexians here and cast Breach the Multiverse. Couple of things. I get a Surveil trigger. I cannot pay for this stupid Esper Sentinel I've been wanting to kill all game. Are you a target? You are not. You know, I just want to increase my odds. Takanuma's gonna go in the bin. So let's, unless anyone has any effects, we're all going to mill 10, and then I'm going to raise my 4 fiends. All right, so I'm going to spread some love around a little bit here. Karlach does have a pretty unfortunate line of text for the table in that it's going to get double all of my attacks, double Archon of Cruelty. So Bill, combat number 1, I'm going to swing Garland and Archon of Cruelty a view. I have an Archon of Cruelty trigger.
Okay, well, joke's on you. I have no cards in hand, so I don't even get to discard.
I'm a frickin' idiot. So
you're taking
12 total.
Yeah.
I go 14.
So then I get to go to a second combat here, and Jan, I gotta share the love a little bit over here. I'm going to attack you, same treatment. So I'm attacking with an Archon of Cruelty and Garland. You get an Archon of Cruelty trigger. I'm going to gain another 3 to go to 25. You lose 3.
Okay, so I have an Archon trigger.
Yeah. So discard a card and sacrifice your Thopter.
And then block your... Oh, actually. So off your Archon trigger, I will sacrifice a Thopter.
See ya, buddy.
And I will discard this Sid.
+5/+5.
And you're tapped out.
I need you to possibly kill my Garland so he can come back as Chaos.
From the graveyard to the battlefield, transform. Yep.
Or maybe I don't. Maybe that is what I want you to do.
Yeah, you know, man, I don't know. Whatever, I'll just take the 3. I don't care.
Oh, no.
Yeah, whatever, I'll take the 3.
The 3 and the 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I didn't draw a land all that. I got 7 cards in my hand, and I'm going to go to the... I'm done, unless anyone has anything. My unstep, which they don't. Okay, your turn.
Go to the I'm done step.
Yeah.
let's draw. I mean, I have a bunch of cards off this Esper Sentinel, which is like pretty good. So I'll play this Plains. I'm going to cycle a Sid.
More of them!
Second card I've drawn this turn. So I'm going to make a Thopter Bopter.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's a 7/7?
Currently.
Dang, pretty big.
That's crazy.
Currently. Then I will pay 2, cast an Azorius Signet. Then I'd like to tap 1 and 2 on my Azorius Signet. And just play another 4-mana artifact. Everybody's cool with that? 4-mana artifact? Nobody's doing anything? Cool. It's Masquid Nexus.
Hey,
Oh, that's bad for us.
Yep.
Okay.
So, what Masquid Nexus does, if you're not familiar, is it turns all creatures I control and creature spells in my that I own that aren't on the battlefield into all creature types. So now all of my creatures are both heroes and artificers.
Oh no.
Are we dead?
Hang on. Let's see how big the buff is.
We're not dead
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
It's in the graveyard too.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, but we're not.
No, I know.
Currently, you have 3 things that are providing buffs on the battlefield.
so I have 11
11
artificers in the graveyard.
So you have a total of +14/+14, and all of these creatures. Well, you have to crew this,
Yeah,
but they would
plus
be getting
14,
+14/+14.
That's a pretty good draw, eh?
I would like to. No, I'm going to do the thematic way. I'm going to put Sid in the Fabricator because he gets in his airship.
Yeah.
I would like to attack Phil for 18 in the air.
Hey, I just want to add to your artificers count.
+1.
One blocker down. That's
Your
that's
guys now
what we
get a little
wanted.
bit bigger.
Yep.
Yeah. He did say he was going to get one of your dudes, so we got there.
I'm doing my part, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm going to pass turn.
Okay.
Hey, there's some stuff happening.
Untap.
This would be way better if I still had my Esper Sentinel.
Untap. Draw.
Paying 20 for your spell.
Step 1 is tap 3 for a Psi Master Thopterist. Whenever I cast an artifact, I'll make a Thopter.
That's a guy.
And then the card that I was super excited to have drawn because it is so thematic is a Dalek drone. I'm going to exterminate.
Oh my god, yeah, destroy target creature in a
I was going to hit this at tally, but this Sid's going to win on the next game or murder me. So it's okay.
I don't think I'm making it to my turn. Okay.
The bad guys are uniting.
Yeah. Command
You
zone.
lose 3 life.
All right, Jan goes to 13.
Jan goes to 13.
I have so many more Sid. I'm just going to cast it next turn and kill you. If Phil doesn't kill me, I will.
You might.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's fine.
Golbez is the bad guy. If you kill the bad guy, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Alrighty, I would like to move to combat, I guess. And Rakir is coming at Bill. Mirror Retriever is coming at Jen. And Armix is coming at Bill.
What?
So I have 2 triggers. Armix is attacking you. I have this trigger.
Yep.
I will discard Darksteel Juggernaut.
Okay, you gotta stop killing my first commander.
Sorry. And then I have this one as well. So whenever this thing attacks, I can cast an artifact spell from my hand or graveyard by paying life. I'm going to pick Pact Dull Terror. You guys don't have a lot of life left, so I will be paying 4. 28.
What does Pact Altair do?
Whenever this creature or another artifact I control enters, each opponent loses 1 and I gain 1. So this enters, so you're each going to lose 1 and I gain 1.
It's the most Maddie card.
It is.
24.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm being attacked by...
So you're being attacked with this. Jan's getting this Mirror Retriever that I would really love to die. And Phil's getting this thing that's kind
Here's
of
the thing, Madison. I would have happily blocked if you hadn't killed my pump spell.
It was
So now
thematic.
I'm not
I had to.
trading
I even
my-
waited a turn.
Just super quick, Maddie. How many artifacts do you have? I'm just debating if I'm going to
1,
block with.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9,
9. Sorry, 9.
10.
I counted this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys take your cards back. I'm blocking.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Armix dies, I believe, because it's just +1.
Yeah, it's plus
X.
X. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's dead.
So
Oh,
trade,
that's a way
but-
better trade.
yeah,
yeah.
oh, good job.
That's so
Phil.
good.
Perhaps
know,
it
right?
is.
Teamwork.
Then I'm going to equip Baleful Strix.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. It still dies to my 1/1.
Okay, go.
Okay, I've thought about it in between turns. If the top card of my deck is specifically and only Brotherhood Regalia, Phil dies. Hang on.
Could also be this card.
Hang on. No, it's too expensive.
Another card doing its best
And it doesn't
Brotherhood
do the thing.
Regalia impression.
Ah, dang it. That would have been really cool. Well, I mean, I got to do the thing that I came here to do, which is recast my commander. So that's going to be +2 instances of commander tax. Firion. I cannot play this, so I will move to combat. Blacksmith Talent will... let's put the Pip-Boy on. No. Let's put the Iron Crag onto Firion. And then I will attack Phil for 6 with Double Strike.
Oh, damn good guys.
I
have to block that. I have
You
to.
have to, yeah.
Yeah,
14 commander.
yeah. Stupid good guys. You know what? Everyone can have their
Yeah, give me my card back.
No, that one was good. I kind of needed that one, but okay.
And then that'll be it for me.
All right.
That's all I can do.
All right. Garland's under pressure here. Okay, let's see. So draw for the turn. Play a land. I'm just gonna clean up my lands a little bit here. I can hear Aaron just like, Phil, you're an animal.
You won't know for like 8 months.
All right. So in true bad guy fashion, we're going to tap for 3 mana. I'm going to cast a Necromancy. I'm going to target Karlak.
No!
I need her back. Okay, I feel bad. I didn't want me to send her to hell. I'm going to do a quick surveil. Oh, I don't know what this card does. Oh, it gets my tally back. Yeah, literally. Okay, so this Karlak's like pretty important because it's going to give me an extra attack step here. And so it's going to let me double up on a few triggers. So I really wanted to backstab Golbez here. But, yeah, next turn.
The evil
You're not getting it.
Yeah. Who's the evilest guy? Jan, I am going to unfortunately be attacking you here. I do get a Karlak trigger. I also get an Archon of Cruelty trigger that's going at you. So I am going to untap these. So you're going to lose 3 and sacrifice a creature. Jan, I'm sorry. You look really good though. So that's, it's totally worth it.
I don't think it really... Oh, I can't even crew this anymore. to sacrifice this.
That's her fault.
It is her. Yeah. I will never forgive Madison for the rest of my days.
Me neither.
I like
We're
largely.
making lifelong enemies here.
Largely, I don't think it matters what I do because I'm dead anyway. Because this is 9 and I can't.
Yeah.
Block.
Yeah.
So I'm dead. I'm gonna choose to not make that decision.
One
down.
do-gooder down. All right. Bill, I really appreciate your Karlak working for me. Editor FILIP. But I gotta go to attacks here. And you're gonna be living at 1, aren't you here? I have you.
I am at 9.
Oh, you're
so
at 9,
I am
okay.
like super mega ultra dead. I would have loved to attack you for 4 times the value of my commander.
And it
if I
would have been
had this
amazing.
But yeah, I am super dead.
I'm just gonna quickly gain 3, and I'm gonna get to draw a card here. So
I do have to discard before I die. Sword of Once and Future.
Gone.
In the
Damn.
Force Battle Axe.
you do get Karlak
Yes.
back. I don't actually
Turn
know.
to
I'm
me.
just gonna leave this here. I don't know what I do with it. If I bargain off it, you can ask me in the comments. All right, I don't actually know what happens to it. And then the card that I alluded to that gets my tally back is this Rakdos Joins Up. So it's just a Reanimator spell. Actually, you know what? This card's pretty good. I'll read it. So I'm going to put this tally into play. When Rakdos Joins Up enters the battlefield, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters. He's a thick dino. Whenever a legendary creature you control dies, this card deals that creature's power to target opponent. So you killed this, Maddie?
I see. See.
Yeah, you see what's happening here?
I see.
All right, Golbez.
All right.
Do your worst.
One of the bad guys is coming through in the end here. We'll
I just
see.
want to point out, it doesn't matter who wins. Sid will be back in the next Final Fantasy.
Yes, yes, he will.
It's going to be in every pod.
Except if it's the one that he wasn't in.
Oh,
Yeah, it
your
really
life
matters.
total is 18?
I'm at 30.
30.
Oh, 30.
Yeah, I gained 6
Oh.
life off killing me. And,
triggers.
All right. Okay. Because I'm either going to win or you're going to kill me, I think.
Those are the 2 outcomes.
Yes. So the first thing I'm going to do is cast a Nugan's Binding.
Oh,
It's going to return target non-land permanent I don't control to its owner's hand. I'm going to take this thing you can block.
die.
Phil.
You know, I've been just trying to attack with my first commander this entire game. All right, a tally.
Step 2
Value.
is going to be casting Filigree Attendant.
Oh my god.
Which is just so I have another artifact in play. Step 3, I suppose, is combat.
Side trigger.
Yeah, you get one.
Oh, I also have this too.
And another one off the side trigger.
I would go to 30.
Swap
And
life
then
totals.
side trigger, I make a Thopter. You lose when I gain 1, so you go to 28.
31.
I go to 31. Okay, so this thing can't attack. This thing also cannot attack.
That's
Okay, so I'm going to crew the Demonic Junker, and I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to attack you with all of my things. And I have a trigger, and that trigger is going to let me
Lose 4
bring
life.
this card. Yeah,
Hand or
and I am attacking you for 28.
Yes, we've done the math. The cranial plating gives exactly plus 11.
Chaos! I
Golbez!
think that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Hey, you stole that.
Golbez did. He came, he snuck in from behind. He was collecting crystals quietly in the dark.
If your
and then
Italian had
he-
been around, you'd have been okay.
Yeah, but
He
instead
came for you.
Well, okay, this has nothing to do with the game, but it really goes to show how much better the new Itali is than the old Itali.
Getting the
Yeah.
immediate
So,
value. That was
but-
the bad thing about specifically Archon of Cruelty. I had that Wild Magic Surge, so I was like, okay, I could get rid of it and I can keep my one creature around for a while, but you're a Reanimator deck. So I kill it and you get it back and it immediately triggers.
Yeah.
So that's like getting the value off that is the tough part. I'm just trying to see if I have Brotherhood Regalia in the deck to see if that was actually an out.
Right.
Yeah, this deck was cool. I don't know. It's I guess it's just a reanimator deck, right? Like Garland just like fills the graveyard, etc., and then you cast reanimation spells. So obviously the big thing hits are good. I actually didn't draw very many. The Archon was in my opener, and the only big thing that I drew was that Itali, right? So which was dealt with promptly every time, and then obviously I cast this my bad guy spell, and then they survived, and then you die. That's that's how Final Fantasy works. So. The Maskwood
Sig
Nexus.
was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the Master Nexus.
It was just
Yes,
as good.
yeah.
It was actually better than when you talked about it because I forgot it count.
Counts graveyards,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Like
nuts.
even just the beginning case of it, where it's like, oh, all my things have +2/+2.
Yeah.
When you're making 1/1s, like when you're making the Thopters off of all of your like random things,
Yeah.
like that's a significant buff. You're making 3/3 flyers. Every
The SIDS just you can cycle them. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, I just need this in the bin for +1/+1. So you can like attack and be like, all right, blocks. I'm gonna cycle this SID.
yeah, he's a combat trick
It's a
as well.
combat trick. Yeah,
That's crazy.
So cool back
Yeah,
there.
I was very happy with this. This is a type of deck that
Firion's
I
very
enjoy
cool. Yeah.
playing. Blacksmith's Talent, I had never actually like seen that card or read it before. Just being able to play it and level it up on the same turn to give my guy double strike and haste and equip things for free was sick. Unfortunately, there was not a Brotherhood Regalia in the list. So if you're playing this deck, if you're playing Firion, you should play Brotherhood Regalia
Yep.
for the specific out to kill Philip Rowan.
So thank you so much for watching the first game of our little tournament Final Fantasy bracket. The bad guys won. We'll see what happens in the next one. But we couldn't make this content without GameGenic. Guys, just get a Bastion, get some of their products. You're gonna love them. They're coming out with the Game Castle as well. Like by the time this video has come out, it's probably already out. GameGenic's fantastic. I've been using them for a really long time. Just try them out, okay? If you don't like them, I don't know, just tell me and we'll figure it out.
And he'll stop doing these bad outros.
What's wrong with this outro? Well, we got to do burritos Pandito, right? Like I think they're bringing food shortly. Like I said, they have more than. You guys love doing that. Eh? Yeah, 5 locations. Yeah, they have more than just burritos, right? Burrito derivatives. That's a finance term. Check them out. And finally, the patrons. I love all the patrons. If you guys ever have any questions for me or anybody, you're welcome to. If you go and join the Spike Colony for just $1, is it still $1? Yeah. That's right.
To get into the Discord.
To get into the Discord, yes, so you can at people, right? That's a good dollar.
If you pay us $2, Phil will stop doing the outros.
But you have to pay for that.
Per episode.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and continue with watching us in the next tournament series.